Man, I thought I need to come and put this on record because, especially here in Washington, D.C., crime among young people is out of control. And in a lot of cases, people don't know how to handle this. They don't know how to deal with it. But look at how our young black kids are taught to hate each other. Look at how our young black kids, through their music, are taught to kill their opposition. That's all they see. And as a matter of fact, look at all of the rappers that are ending up getting killed because that's what they're spreading. Hatred, division, animosity. That's what their music is all about. And notice, every time they come and deal with this music, they rap about what they live in and how they live in. See, the one thing about these young kids today, they can spot fake a mile away. I don't know how they do it. But these young kids today, they can spot fake a mile away, man. You can't fool them. You can't fool them. And that's why most of the city officials can't connect with them, because they come up in that fake. They don't know how to come real. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. And when somebody can't be genuine and can't be real, 9 times out of 10, they ain't like. Example, look at our vice president. As fake as she want to be, man, most people can't stand her. Because everything's funny. She don't know how to be herself. She tried too hard. And consequently, it's irritating. So if you're going to complain about the crime, then you need to start complaining about this music they're listening to. That's what you need to start, because that's where it's going to start. All that stuff that they listen to, man, they just killing each other. And that's all these young kids see working. Because that's all we showing them working. Hey, we ain't showing them love works. We ain't showing them right works. We showing them that wrong works. When you don't have a heart, no compassion, you get ahead. That's what we showing them. And you're upset because they learning. They listening. And now you upset because shit is out of control. But you ain't changing the narrative. You still allowing the same narrative to keep perpetuating itself. You ain't trying to change it. And you think it's going to change. It ain't changing by itself. You got to get involved. And this is the fear that's holding us back. Because there are so many good people that scared to trust. And this is what the problem is now in mankind. Forget race. In mankind. People now are afraid to trust. They're afraid to trust and believe in somebody, man, because they've been hurt and disappointed so many times. And a lot of people See, this is the problem that you're gonna find most people are dealing with, and that is fear and unforgiveness. That's what most folk are dealing with. They holding on to some kind of hurt and pain from their past that they won't let go of. Okay? They ain't trying to let go. Or they're afraid. That's why you can't confront these young kids, because you're scared. Because you don't know how to talk to them. You don't know how to reach them. So consequently, what's going on, Tanya? Thank you for joining me. How you doing? So consequently, this is what we're getting. But I just say to you, man, look at what these kids are being taught. And our young black kids are being taught to hate each other, to kill each other, not trust each other. That's what they're being taught. And that's by, and you know, and here's the sad part. Here's the sad part. And a lot of us are co-signers with this. A lot of us are co-signing this with our silence. Because we're sitting on the sidelines, watching, knowing, seeing this is wrong. But again, fear got us paralyzed. Because now, see, this is what mind your business will get you, right here. See, the conditions that you see in your community right now are a result of mind your business. See, that's the fear that they put in the community. And in DC, man, these boys were so ruthless, they would kill people to send a message, mind your business. And consequently, they could do anything they want to, savage the community, and wasn't nobody gonna say a word. Because if they did, they end up dead. And that's for real. They got one series on here where they call this guy Teflon Ron or something like that. Teflon something. Man, that dude killed about 10, 12 people. And they finally caught him on some stuff, but they never could catch him on the murders. They never could catch him on those murders. And people was going to testify against him, end up dead. Every time, end up dead. You know, so and see, that's the fear. The low self-esteem. See, we're not teaching these kids how to be business owners, how to think for themselves. We're teaching them how to get into criminal justice system and be a slave. That's what we're teaching them. Because see, when they get in the criminal justice system, that's going to give them some street cred. I remember when I used to drive a bus for Metro. And these guys pull up to a subway station, and a guy would get up with a wristband on his arm with pride. Brother, I just got out. Can I get a ride? Like that's something to be proud of. You know how many black men were proud to go to jail, to get a record? That gave them street cred. Not going to school, being an honor roll student, starting a business, That ain't gonna give you no street cred. See, you trying to be like the white man. You got to go to jail and be a slave. Then you my man. Look at the low self-esteem these kids got to deal with and accept. And you wonder why they going buck wild crazy. Look at what we're teaching them. Look at what we're exposing them to. Look at it. And see, ain't no place safe. Even though you sitting on the sideline watching, your ass is in danger too. Because you got to leave home. You got to leave out your house. You see, and when you do, you just as much of a target as anybody else. I know back here maybe a couple of months ago, me and this guy, we used to work in the same garage. And he got his 2 dogs, jump in the car to go to the store. And on the way to the store, a guy wanted to carjack him. End up shooting and killing him and killing one of his dogs. And threw him out in the street and took his car. And Kurt was just going to the store. He just getting ready to go to the store, man, come back home. And never made it. See, because we're dealing with so much self-hatred in the black community. And the sad part about it is when you try to point this out and to show what the problem is, now you're going to be labeled pro-black. And everybody's at risk now. Ain't no place safe. Ain't nobody safe. But you trying to show this is the problem, and people going to want to label you, oh, he's pro-black. So if he pro-black, he anti-white. I ain't anti-nothing. I'm anti trying to keep it safe for everybody. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm wise enough to see the shit y'all trying ain't working. Because if it was, we wouldn't have the crisis we got. So somebody needs to start stepping up to say something. And man, we're going to have to work on making these kids feel better about themselves so they can stop all this bullshit. That's the problem. They ain't got no self-esteem. They ain't nobody encouraging them. All they see is doom and gloom. That's why they want something for nothing. Because ain't nobody showing them nothing different. But you ain't happy. You scared about the crime. Ain't no place safe. But you don't want to try nothing different. And man, we're going to have to show these young people, we're going to have to give them some pride about what they're doing and who they are. And once you show them the light, then a lot of this bullshit and stupidness is going to cut out. All they doing is crying for some kind of attention. And we ignoring it. We act like we don't see they crying out for help. Crying out for help, man. And you scared. You scared, but ain't nothing, and you ain't safe. Your shit getting broke into. You can go to the gas station or to the store and be the victim of a carjacking. Just like that. You ain't safe. And it's almost like, man, you can't have nothing decent without somebody trying to steal it or break in it. That's the problem. go out and get something decent and see on somebody try to steal it or be breaking in it because they got low self-esteem, man. They got self-hatred because that's all they experience is self-hate. And we got to go out and challenge that self-hate to change that mindset, man. Let them know who they are. It's just that simple. Because whatever you're doing now ain't working. Because if it was, crime wouldn't be out of control. It wouldn't be out of control. But why are you afraid to try something different when what you're doing ain't working? But you're scared to try something new. And you ain't happy with the crime. But you don't want to try nothing new. Man, we're going to have to make these kids feel better about who they are. And see, and here's the problem. See, the reason a lot of adults can't make these kids feel better about themselves because a lot of these adults are trying to sleep with these teenagers. See, that is the problem. See, most of these teenagers got to fight off a goddamn adult just to live, just to be able to survive. You know, I mean, it's sad. So don't come and tell, because they know what's real and what's ain't, and what ain't. They know. As simple as that. What's going on, gamer? How you doing? So look at the low self-esteem, man. And the sad part, the people that's teaching them, self-esteem is all screwed up. You know, that's the problem. How the hell you gonna bring some damn drag queens into an elementary school? How sick in your mind do you have to be to bring drag queens into a school to entertain some kids? You a sick motherfucker. Let me say that shit again. You a sick motherfucker. I don't care who you are. You a sick motherfucker. You gonna expose some little kids to some bullshit like that. If that's the kind of lifestyle they want to live, let them choose it. But no, cause see, that's how they got you, young. And you coming in and getting more your little kids young. Cause the Bible say, train up a child in the way they should go. And if you train them up that they should be a drag queen, that's the way they gonna go. Look at the low self-esteem and self-hatred these kids are being taught. And you're wondering why crime is out of control. But what you doing about it? What you doing about it? That's the $1 million question. What you doing about it? And notice, everybody coming up with a solution, but ain't nobody telling, man, these kids suffering from low self-esteem. That's why they acting up and acting a fool, because they don't believe in who they are. They out here trying to be something else to prove a point. That's what they trying to do. See, ain't nobody else telling you that. This is low self-esteem problem right here. And baby kids go back to their parents. Hey, didn't have no self-esteem. And they just passed that shit on down to the next generation. And now we dealing with it. See, now some shit that, oh, look, ain't that cute? See, it was cute when they was little. But now they big. See, that shit is out of control. But when you had the chance to deal with them, oh, mind your business. When somebody try to correct them, they just had last week a little 12-year-old get shot and killed in D.C. I did a video down at the corner, right across the street from the courthouse. Ain't nothing but police around that area. Nothing but, because police headquarters is 2 blocks away. So all in that area ain't nothing but police. And them little boys didn't know where they were. That's why they went down there. And one of them got killed. Well, his friend ran away. And they had him on video. And his mama turned him in. And she said, I've been begging the city to give me some help. Begging them, give me some help. How come you can't let these young kids get some self-esteem, man? How come you can't show them something different? And see, with them, you're going to have to use money to motivate them, because that's what moves them, money. You got to use money to motivate them, because that's what make their world right. And see, and you use the money to just get them back on track, get them used to it. And see, and once they get in the habit of it, it's going to be hard for them to break it. But y'all don't want to see that. You see, and it's money that they after when they go wrong. See, when they go dark, they out there for the money. That's why they cut. You don't think for 1 minute that they ain't boosting that shit that they stealing. You don't think for 1 minute. See, I keep telling people, you have an economy and you got an underground economy. And the underground economy in every city is alive and well. That's where all of the stolen hot shit go, in the underground economy. And listen, and you can make more money. I remember when I first came to D.C., I started vending. And this old guy showed me a trick. He said, Don, come here, let me show you something. He said, now, go up to Baltimore, buy your clothes, get your jeans, whatever you want, and get your trunk straight, and take everything and throw it in the trunk. Just throw it in the trunk, and pull up on the corner, and pop your trunk, and say, man, come look at what I got. And automatically, they're going to think it's hot because it's in your trunk. And you got your receipts in your car for you done purchased it. And you can make more money when people think, man, I'm getting a deal. I'm getting a deal. And see, and you always price your stuff over what you want. So when they start bartering, shit, they get you down what you want. Okay, I'll take that. That's what you want. Anyway. And if they didn't, what's going on, Bernie? See, that's all we got to do. Man, start teaching our kids some self-esteem. Because they ain't learning it in school. School ain't teaching it to them. A lot of them ain't even going to class. You know, a lot of them ain't even going to class. So they got to learn from somebody. And unfortunately, most of them get their education from the streets. That's why gangs are so popular. Because they take time and listen. See, they make them feel like family. And all we got to do, man, is give these young boys and these young girls some self-esteem. And they'll turn their life around. You know, realizing all of them can't be doctors and lawyers and teachers. Some of them gonna have to be garbage men. Some of them gonna have to do the landscaping. And we don't took away the pride in all of that. See, we done took pride out of that. Having your own landscaping business, having your own trash company. Oh, that's garbage man. Yeah, but it's his company. It's his company. He ain't working for nobody. It's his. See, that's what we got to do. And because most of the adults, they don't even know who the hell they are. So for them to try to help these young kids discover themselves, shit, they stuck. Because they don't even know who they are. See, and listen. You want to find out who you are? Start saying what you mean and mean what you say. You want to find out who you are? Start saying what you mean and mean what you say. And see, don't you discover something about yourself? Because now you ain't hiding nothing. Steve, man, thank you for the $10, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Steve. That's the first time. Damn, thank you, brother. Thank you. Matter of fact, shit, let me get me some. I just heard that. Steve just sent some money up in here. You know? Hey, Steve, this one is for you. That's for you, Steve. $10 in the house. Steve, that's you. That's coming, boy. You coming down the tracks. Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna be able to have all kind of. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Bernie, man, this is you too, brother. Cause you big giver, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna start. When I start getting money, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. When I start getting money, I'm gonna play me a train horn. That's what I'm gonna do. That's to let you know, oh, somebody just dropped me some money. Okay? Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. I really do. I mean, okay. It's, you know, thank you, brother. It's nice to be appreciated, man. It really is. It's just nice to be appreciated. It really is. And just thanks, man. Just thanks. Thank you. But no, we just got to show these young kids, man, some value. We got to uplift them, encourage them, and notice all the solutions always beating them down even further. And it's just making them bitter and angry. See, they already mad. See, so not only do a lot of these young kids gotta come out and deal with the system, But shit, they got some fucked up families too. You know how many kids being molested and got to get out here and act normal because they scared to tell, scared to speak up, and it got some adult that's taking advantage of them. That shit happens every day, man. Every day. Every day. It's some old head messing with some child. Every day that happens. But see, we don't want to talk about that. And they got to come out here and live with that shit. And you wondering why they popping off because they got so much hurt and disappointment in them. And when they try to tell somebody, they end up being blamed for it. That's why most of them don't want to say nothing. Because in the end, they gonna be blamed for it. And you got some adult that's just taking advantage. It's just that simple, man. Shit, Lord help them immigrants, them female immigrants that's coming. Man, Lord help them. Because I know they go through some shit, buddy. They have to go through some shit and scared to speak up. And you got so many kids right now going through the same thing. Some of y'all done experienced it and scared to speak up. You know how many professional women that's been molested and they'll take it to their grave. And they are professional at the top of their craft. But their childhood was fucked up. See, I know I'm talking about somebody. And if I ain't talking about you, you know somebody. And we're wondering why people so angry. See, now everybody running. Oh no, you getting a little too close, truth conductor. I got to leave now. I got to go. Yeah, you on my front porch now. Everybody gone now. See, because we talking about self-esteem. And truth be told, a lot of y'all suffer with self-esteem problem. A lot of y'all as adults suffer with low self-esteem. Sure do. But you got to put a happy face on. You got to pretend. That's why when you get in the house, you got to get your hit of wine or your shot of vodka. Because you're trying to bury the pain. See, that's what you doing. See, you find all other kind of vices to help you bury the pain. Because that's what you got to live with. I know I'm talking about somebody. Okay? I ruffle some, they gone. Because what? And see, we know it's a self-esteem problem. We know it. Man, that's just like you got parents living under the same roof, sleeping in separate bedrooms, raising dysfunctional children, won't even speak to each other. But then they'll turn around and tell you they don't hate nobody. And they can't even sleep in the same bed with the person they once said they loved. See, because we are taught if we disagree, we have to hate each other. because we can't get along. See, we got to hate each other. We got to kill each other. We got to dislike each other because you are now my opposition. See, and that's what they do, man. You know, it's the music that they're listening to. If you want to change these, man, change the music they're listening to. How come you ain't fighting that? You're out here fighting the crime, but you ain't doing nothing to the music that's generating the crime. You ain't even touching that. See, if you really want to get to the root of the problem, it's the music. That's where all this shit comes from, the music. And if you don't think, oh, okay, Lord, okay, I'm going to show you how important music is. Okay? Let me show you how important music is. This is 2 Kings chapter 3. I'm going to go down to verse 14. And Elijah said, as the Lord of hosts lives, before whom I stand, surely, were it not that I regard the present of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, I would not look at you, nor see you. But now, bring me a musician. Bring me a musician. Then it happened, when the musician played, that the hand of the Lord came upon him. That's how important music is. And look what they listening at. But you ain't challenging that. And that's where your problem starts, with the music that they listening to. All right? See, I mean, hey man, thank y'all. Thank y'all. All the replay viewers, thank you. But, you know, here again, see, when you're talking about something raw like this, see, this is accountability right here. That's what this is. This is accountability. And see, and when you try to hold people accountable for what they're doing, see, they'll run. See, they ain't interested in being accountable. They want the drama. That's what they looking for, the drama, the entertainment. They ain't looking to be held accountable. And they don't realize that drama and that entertainment is short-lived. It's short-lived. Because ain't no place safe. Okay? Yeah. That's all it is, man. It's the music. You want to address the crime that's in the black community? Go to the music. Go to the music. And ain't nobody saying nothing about the music. But they ain't happy with the crime. But they ain't saying nothing about the music. And they wake up in the morning listening to that shit. All day, every day. They listening to that guy. Ain't nothing but sex, death, and drugs. That's all their music is all about. That's why all them rappers trying to have as many babies with as many different women as they can. Look at that boy Nick Cannon. How many different women? And they hold him up as a role model. And look how many baby mamas he got. Boy, got about 12 different children. But see, they glorify stuff like that. That's what I was saying earlier. Negativity is glorified in the black community because it's in their music. They glorify that stuff. And we act like we don't even see it. Like we acting like we can't connect the dots. It's not a police problem. It's a self-esteem problem. More police officers ain't gonna solve this. It's a self-esteem problem. And I don't know what to do or what to say to get people to see, man, if you don't change these kids' mindset, ain't nothing gonna change. And obviously, what they've been trying ain't working. So give somebody some new ideas a chance. Because if the old ideas were working, this shit wouldn't be out of control. You're going to have to start making these kids feel better about themselves. And you can start replacing the music. I just showed you the scripture, how important music was. It's music is a spirit. It's a spirit. That's what music is, a spirit. And look at these young kids. Well, tell you what, see, quiet as kept. White kids are the biggest supporters of rap music. It's the white kids. You look at some of these rap concerts, man, they got more white kids in there than black. You know, it's the black kids on the chilling circuit. But when you get out on the road, man, that's white kids. You can be driving down the street, they listening to more rap than anything. See, and they're the ones that can afford it. Because in the black community, if you release something and it's good, shit, they bootlegging that. That's just a reality in the black community. Cause it's one thing about the black community that you have to realize. Everybody got to hook up for something. That in the black community, everybody got to hook up. Everybody got to hook up, buddy. Got to hook up. Yes, they do. Everybody in the black community, they got some kind of hookup. That's just the reality of life. They got to hook up. That's how you live. That's how you survive. With a hookup. Somebody gonna hook you up. And that's just the way it is. And you think these young kids don't see you gotta hook up? You think they don't see that? Told you, man. It's a self-esteem problem. That's what we dealing with. That's why crime is out of control. It's self-esteem. You know, they don't see themselves worth anything. Don't nobody believe in them. Don't nobody talk to them. Everybody talking at them, but they won't talk to them. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is right there, in a nutshell. It's a self-esteem problem, and it starts with the music. And notice, ain't nobody talking about that garbage they listening to is the problem. And them boys getting filthy rich, destroying the community. Getting filthy rich. That rap music is worse than drugs. I'm serious. It's worse. Worse than drugs. But, hey. Anyway, man, how long have I been on here? 45 minutes. All right? That's it, man. Steve, man, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. That's my new gimmick now. When somebody come and give a donation now, you know, give them a salute. Give them a salute. Steve, Bernie, thank you, brother. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm gonna do now. That's my new thing. That's my new thing now. Somebody drop me some cash money, man. Let's give them the train horn. One day when I get and see, and let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. See, don't despise small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings, man. Because you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You really do. And see, when you're small, it's when you learn how to be passionate. When you're small. Because you're trying to, attract more people. So you're not lackluster when you got a few people in here, man. You really on your game when you ain't got many people in here. See, because you're trying to be entertaining. See, so don't despise small beginnings, because you got to start somewhere, and just like that, man, you can blow up overnight. You can blow up overnight. Okay? But appreciate the little bit of things that you've had to endure and go through. Appreciate them, man. Don't be resentful. Why resent a blessing? Because it could be worse, and it ain't. So be thankful. Learn to be thankful for what you're going through. And you never know. It might change. But you got to have a positive attitude, man. And like I said, the biggest issue right now is self-esteem. And you got a lot of adults that are suffering just as bad with a self-esteem problem. And they trying to teach these kids. That's why they end up sleeping with them. Because the teachers they got low self-esteem. That's why they're attracted to their students. They got low self-esteem. That's what that is. That's low self-esteem, man. When you got to take advantage of a child, and you're an adult, and you can't find another adult that you can deal with, but you can deal with a young person, that's low self-esteem. And some of them, have some very promising lives and ruin it because they control that sexual energy. I keep telling y'all, man, some of the most powerful energy on the earth is that sexual energy. And even you can be celibate, but it's still going to find a way to ooze out of you some kind of way. I don't care who you are, but that sexual energy is going to ooze out of you some kind of way. Where you talk, where you look, where you dress, it's going to ooze out of you. See, how you think some fellas can recognize a freak and some can't? Let me say that again. How you think some fellas they can walk down the street and look, man, that's a freak right there. Because it's something about them they recognize. It's something about them they recognize. And see, you know, all I can say is don't play with it. Because that energy is powerful. And if you play around with it, it will destroy you. If you play with it, it will destroy you. And see, right now, we got too many kids, man, that they're inundating with sex. All kind of sexual stuff these kids got to deal with now. Man, when I was in high school, we ain't had to deal with all this shit. We ain't had to deal with it. All we had to do was study. Look at what these kids are up against now, man. And they still trying to be kids. And they got to fight off some adults, and they still trying to be kids. You know? So I mean, say what you want. But this crime is a direct result of low self-esteem. And if you're really serious about addressing it, start with the music. Start with the music. Then you get somebody's attention. Start with the music. And seeing you got people getting filthy ass rich selling this death and destruction. They're getting rich, flying private, selling this death and destruction. And we're walking around in fear, afraid. But they enjoying life. See what I'm saying? That negativity, man. It's just that simple. Let me see what you're saying here, brother. It's just that simple. But they enjoying life. Let's see. Well, again, the music is what created the unity. It was the music that created the unity. How you gonna unite people with this bitch, that, motherfucking nigga, all of this shit, the cussing? How you gonna unite somebody with that? You ain't gonna unite nobody with all that offensive bullshit. But see, because that's the only thing working, that's what they specialize in. Because that's what they see working. That's what the labels want. Notice, let me give you an example, since we're talking about music. Look at Taylor Swift. When have you seen her ass? Let me ask that question again. When have you seen Taylor Swift's ass? Think about it. She ain't busting it open. And look how successful her tour was. But all these young rappers, these females, they got to bust it open. They got to parade half naked. Why is that? Think about it. Why is that? They're both entertainers. But why do one have to degrade herself and the other one don't? And I dare you, show me where Taylor Swift been explicit. Show it to me. Because she don't have to. And get paid millions. But look at Beyonce. She got to go half naked. Nicki Minaj. Cardi B, a stripper. They all got to bust it open. They got to bust it open. Low self-esteem. So now you're showing some young girls that they can bust it open and don't have to get education. These young girls right now can make more money on OnlyFans than a woman can with a PhD. Right now, a high school dropout can make more money on OnlyFans than a woman could with a PhD. Why you think Joe Smith's wife went back to OnlyFans? Oh, she getting paid too. Because everybody now going on OnlyFans to see what she look like. And she ain't no bad looking woman either. But man, let me show y'all the scripture. God diggity dog. God diggity dog. I just saw this scripture. Let me see. Fair. Here it is, right here. Oh! Listen to this right here. You want to see Joe Smith's wife? Here it is right here. Here it is right here. This Joe Smith wife. Right here. This is wife. Right here. This is wife right here. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. And you know how I like to do it. So let me tell you let me define discretion for you. Okay? Let me give you the definition for discretion. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to causing offense or revealing private information. Let me read it again. Discretion. The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. And listen, as a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. And what does a swine use to dig in the mud with? His snout. His snout. And you're going to put a ring of gold in something that dig around in the mud. And like I said, she ain't no bad looking woman either. And when I saw that scripture, as a ring of gold in a swine, so is a lovely woman who lacked discretion. And she got on and told the world that she busted open. She got an OnlyFans page. She told the world. Now her grandkids, great grandkids, got to see that. You see, because you lack discretion. You looking for now, okay? You looking out for now. But let me see what you're saying, Steve. Well, it is. It is embarrassing, man. Especially if it's your wife and you don't know, and you got other men that's paying to look at your wife. And you don't know it? And notice what she said. You knew what I did before when you met me. But she's still trying to live the single life, married. And the two don't work. What you did before you met him don't count. Because it's for better or for worse now, for rich or poor. That's the vow that you take. But as soon as you run into a little discretion, now you want to go back to being single. And you can't have your cake and eat it too. And that's what she's trying to do, have her cake and eat it too. And you can't do it. You're going to have to give something up. You're going to have to give something up. See, and this is what I keep trying to tell y'all, man. You know, when you get in a relationship, man, there's something, you're going to have to sacrifice something, buddy. When you seriously get in a relationship, you're going to sacrifice something. If you truly love the person, you'll compromise. You'll compromise. You sure will. If you truly love a person, man, you'll compromise. You can justify in your mind why they doing what they doing when you love them. You can justify it. If you don't love them, all hell gonna break loose. We got to get back to self-esteem, man. Not only in the children, but in the people. They need to develop a little bit more because we have so much fear. That'll tell you right there, it's a lot of insecure people. Because if you wasn't insecure, you wouldn't be afraid of nothing. You got a lot of insecure people, man. And some of them are in leadership positions and insecure as hell. And they're leading people. And a total mess on the inside. And see, and the one thing that people don't want to talk about, what's inside of you. That's the one thing they don't want to talk about. Because the minute you start talking about who are you, see now, oh, you ain't no doctor. No, I ain't. I don't get no medical advice. But I got common sense. I got some common sense. I know how some people should act. I know what the word say. I know what that tell me to do. I don't need a degree. All I need to know is know how to live this word right here. That's all I need to know how to do. Know how to live the word, man. How to treat people. How to be kind to people. How to respect people. And see, and let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody perfect. Let me say that shit again. Ain't nobody perfect. So quit trying to hold people to a level of perfection that you can't live up to yourself. And this is the problem. Too many people trying to hold people to an expectation that they can't even live themselves. But yet, they demonize somebody else because they can't live up to it. And they can't do it themselves. That's the sad part. That's why you can't be concerned about what people think, man. Because a lot of times, the shit they be thinking, they can't do it themselves. And you walking around giving them some credit, giving them some clout, and they can't do the shit themselves. See, that's what you got to realize. See, when some people know they have experienced something, they're going to have a little bit more compassion and a little bit more understanding. But these people that ain't never been through nothing, ain't never had nothing, ain't never endured nothing, them the ones with the short temper. Them the ones with the short temper that ain't got no compassion, ain't been through nothing, can't relate. See, because they ain't never had to endure nothing. Everything been easy for them. When you've been through some stuff, man, you know, you're a little bit more reserved. You don't panic like the average person would when you've been through some stuff. See, panic ain't your default move. When a person ain't been through some stuff, that's the first thing they're going to do, panic. Start looking about, oh God, what if? That's panic. When you start worrying about what's going to happen, that's panic. See, now you're in a reactive mode. Because you responding to the situation as it come up on you. You ain't being proactive, trying to get out in front of it. You trying to deal with it as it come up on you. And sometimes when it come up on you, it's too late. But if you was proactive out in front of it, you might have found your answer. It's all about self-esteem, y'all. This is why our crime is out of control. This is why we got the chaos in our neighborhood. Because our kids don't have no self-esteem. And it starts with the damn music they listening to. So if you want to deal with this, you need to address that music. All right? All right, y'all. Once again, you know, man, thank you. Boy, I got my train horn, buddy. Got my train horn. Got me a new donation today. Steve, thank you for the $10, man. Bernie, I can't wait to blow this for you, brother. All right? That's my new donation. That's my new donation recognition right there. True conductor, train horn, you get the connection. All right, man, thank you. Everybody go now, so I might as well go to bed myself. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Good Lord.